Okay, let's start the stream. Okay, stream appears to be live now, but no video just yet. Okay. Okay, awesome. Okay then. So yep, I'm just gonna be doing more the same sort of work that I was doing uh, yesterday with refactoring the dueling system a bit, and maybe touching a few other things. So off stream, I've written this query. I'm not too happy with it, uh, but it's what I'm going to go with for now. Uh, and so if it doesn't work, then yeah, I mean we were already caching leaderboard anyway, and then we sent all the drawing data back to the server. So this is still more efficient than the old method, but I think there might be a bit too many group buys. Um, but yeah, it's how stuff's been done. I mean, technically we do need to do a limit of 10, but that can be done another time. And then for time, we need to implement time here and here. It's where time gets implemented into the query. So if we're having a time, we need to implement it there. But yeah, cool. So get leaderboard, I guess. What do I need? Count. I mean, I can actually do pagination now. So I can actually do page count. I don't think style is something we're implementing. Because I don't think we need to see how many PKs and stuff. But I will add a time attribute. And I can just SQL in. It is very optimistic here. Though actually, I've just realized something that we don't actually do that we need to add into the query is we have char ID, but we don't have char name. Because we will actually need the character name. But it should just be as simple as doing a left join here. Yeah, it does cut character cache. So yeah, I think the group by isn't a problem. Because I think I need to do here left join as attacker and then on a dot character ID. And then I should also just be able to do attacker dot name as name. I think should work. Let's see. Yep. Okay, that looks to be in theory what I need. Okay, and then we can implement pagination on that query afterwards. So this we can't really test on this database. I will need to push the code onto the live server. So not something that I really want to do at the moment. There we go. I think it's now understood what I'm looking for. Is this no? Okay. So I want to add a %s here, just in case we add in the where clause. Yeah, there we go. Time filter. Yep. And then we now need to implement the limit and the offset. So let's go over to another bit of pagination that we have somewhere. But also because this query is just happening one time, I'm not too fussed with actually just sending the request off every now and then. Or just when someone asks. I think I'll cache the first page, but any page that's after that, I will probably not cache, or might not actually at all. Okay. So where would pagination be? There's one in the OSR space base SQL, I think, in the character.layer. So in this case, it's quite bad because you've got improved character list. No, that's player character list. Filter. Yeah, there you go. You have a limit and an offset. Yeah, limit %d offset %d. There we go. And then yeah, just count and offset. Just get. So I think that's probably what it should be. It's just count and offset. Count offset. Or it could just be page and then we calculate it in here, but I think it makes more sense to give a bit more control outside. So then we can implement the time filter. We get a statement. We get a callback. Query. We get a match data. Data 1, data loss, data charity name. Yep, there we go. We get a match data. We also need Steam ID actually. We don't have Steam ID in there. What's in character cache? We might need to merge the character table in here as well. I don't remember what's in character cache. It's around here, I think. No, that's a foreign key logs involved. There you go. Yeah, you just have another other cache. We actually need to merge in characters. Okay. Yeah, so we add char. Oh, I just noticed I haven't muted Discord yet. Okay, let's mute Discord. And okay, and so now we want to add char dot steamid. Yeah, steamid as steamid. There we go. So it does actually, oh yeah, it does actually use the ratio. I don't call it ratio, I don't think. Yeah, I'll just get rid of that. We don't need the ratio. Though I just wanted to print the ratio when messing with the order function so I could get it correct. Because sometimes I find the order function just slightly counterintuitive. But, yep, it can also make sense. Okay, so we now get our drawing info. So now we do an on error, we on error. Non-success, we get on that. And then we just return the callback. So that should now allow us to do the query. Cool. but to test that, we will need to go onto the live server. I think for now we'll just implement it as if it did function, and then we can test later. Okay. So we have a DAO, and it's just get leaderboard with a page with an offset and a time value. So I mean, I think we could implement an oval time into the leaderboard, but I don't know how useful that would be. Um, oh. Okay. Yeah. Cool. What are you actually complaining about? Run problem in this file. Oh, there. Cool. Okay, so back to here. So we just send the cache straight back. I wonder if we should calculate ahead of time, because that's something that we don't do at the moment. Because this never stores the max number. We just call it a get page, but we have it like get total count. So I might want to do a get total dual count with a style on there or something. Um, yeah, we just have the day, week, and the month query, which we can keep. Okay, yeah, this code here just needs to be complete till now. I don't think I've moved the net receipts out yet, and I haven't moved the child matter out. The styles, that has gone. And I think the enums have moved across. Yes they have. Okay, cool. So we can get rid of them as well. Oh god, what did I just do? I just went straight to desktop. Ah. That's 9. Okay. Was that like, I think that was Windows D, I think I just accidentally pressed there. I was trying to save. Oh no, Control S, so Control D, likely. So if enter is less than or greater than, yeah, that's just caching. Okay. So, I mean, in the DAO, that's going to be in the down here. We should have the register table. Oh, we do have the register table. So this can go. Okay. So now we should have only the leaderboard in here and the char matter at the top, but the char matter is small. That can be moved easily enough into a shared file. Yeah. Okay, so we send a request to get a leaderboard. I'm not a huge fan of this being like this with a net receive. I would prefer Wisp, actually. Yeah, let's rewrite it with Wisp. Um, what is C? So local. Oh, C is checksum. I see. Yeah, I mean we can use a. Um, I'm just gonna make it clear that it can be nil. Then if time val um so we have the format here of the data we take. I probably could store that as a string format manually without it. Um, are those arguments for it instead of just separating it out like that? The issue with that is that then becomes more complicated. But then this requires weekday, which I'm not gonna faff around with. So what I will do is I will have a time to period function, have a one, and then have a date, I think. And then, no, I call it data, not data. So I'll call it data, not date. Yeah, I suppose data makes more sense. It's not a great variable. So I'll store the format above. Um, format, format. There we go. Yeah, we can assume just invalid value, I think. Um, there you go. 32. Oh yeah, time data. It tries to do a thing, but system dot. Was it get leaderboard or was it get? Yeah, get leaderboard. Um, Once again, it's gotten very confused. So count would be 10 Offset for now will be 0. Um, I think it's just send. So we send the data back. We can send the error, but we'll also just error no halt. I probably could inject into the top or something. Okay then. So that should now work with Wisp. So we should now be able to send a Wisp packet over and then get the data back. So let's try that then. So let's go into leaderboard. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. And we can also have just 0. Yeah, it calls populate scroll for in case we have the dummy data. And for the modes, we add index -60. Yeah. We send a request, then when we receive, we populate. And C doesn't equal. Yeah, okay. We don't actually send the checksum back, which we probably should. So let me do that. Data is equal to data, and then checksum is equal to C. Yeah. Just doing it like that. So 32. Okay, I haven't converted any of the data, so I don't know how much is needed to be converted, but there we go. So we now have that. Oh, God. Yeah, there's some very bad code in here. We just don't. There's no real need to talk about it. We don't even cache the circle. Oh, ouch. Very sloppy. Very, very sloppy. That's good. Okay, so what we then do here is we now do wisp dot send. We then have just a data in a table. Yep. What do I call them in the data? Time. Checksum. Checksum, and then time val. Time val. Yeah, so we send off the packet, and we get our packet back. No, we don't. I mean, we do, but yep, we can just ignore the data back. Though actually, here it would be correct. Yeah, what I then need to do is deframe.c. And then also, because yeah, if the deframe no longer exists, then we can set the dummy data equal to that. And the dummy data might now be slightly different. Yes, it is actually quite different. Let me clean up the code and get it to match coming out of the DAO. So it is wins, loss, name, Steam ID. We also have char and then total. So total isn't actually used, I think, but that'll be do. That'll be fine. Okay. I think the number I can keep based off the requested info that we send. So if we send the page amount back, we can then store their numbers. Or we could just be a bit annoying and store it. We could probably take it here. But I don't know for certain. I think this data is sequential. Though we can also just, yeah, it should be sequential. So I can just have an ID and just count up. Is also an option. Okay. Yeah, okay, cool. So that should now work. Okay. Awesome. But as I've never jeweled anyone on here, that can't really be done. To test this leaderboard, okay. But yeah, when it gets pushed to live, then that should be able to be tested. So now this code, all of this code here can just be commented out, and we no longer store a cache of the leaderboard, I guess. Yep. Okay. This can probably go into the SV core file. Or this SV in it. There's already have leaderboard just as its own file. Just so it can be seen. Okay, where's the SV in it? Oh, the SH in it, I mean. Okay, we no longer request a Golden leaderboard. And then these can be moved again. And then into this SV in it. Yep. So I'll do it below the language localization. Let's also do dueling system. Let's just rename them. Just so that... Why did I manually write that out each time? Because now just for each one of these we can add a dot onto. And then in the seal old panel we can just change that request duel. This start duel. And then we have this one here. Yep. Awesome. This doesn't actually remove itself. Okay. Um. Okay. Actually, if the entity is also no longer valid. Yeah, I can actually just get rid of this top one because we now do the as valid check above. And we now remove the timer. Okay. As we can only send one request at a time, um, like, yeah, we can maybe offset the cooldown by a second as well, just so it lies a bit. I don't think that's going to be a huge concern. Okay, so that should be fully refactored. I think this needs to be SV actually. Well, it's not fully refactored because there's still some stuff here and there. Okay, this can be new file, sh underscore char matter. Okay. And now that's all code commented out in here. So this file is now useless. This SV play matter, yeah, that's not needed. Yeah, so I do need to go through and fix up all of the minor problems. So let's trim trailing spaces. There you go. There are two issues. Okay, it would have been easier to convert the exclamation marks into exclamation marks, not the other way around. But let's get it in line with my standard now. So cool. Okay, the trailing white space. That's what most of these are going to be. I believe. Because just things like this, where I just do a new line and have trailing white space. This file will just have loads. And I'm not really sure I want to be doing, like, I want to clean up the file, just given the fact that the code itself is really bad and I want to rewrite it anyway. Uh, so yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, I guess we can try rewrite this. Though I think I'll do that off camera, because stencils are just a pain to debug. Okay then. So this menu needs to be moved, but I want to wait until I get the UI design for that before working on that stuff. Okay. Well then, what do I work on now? Uh, I guess it will need to be an admin UI. Right, let me take off my jumper that I'm wearing at the moment. Okay, I have thought about it, and there is a fairly obvious choice of the thing to work on then. Yeah, this is going to be painful. So, yeah, so we have this. So I didn't get much further than I think where I was on stream. I don't. I think I streamed this one. Though now I'm second guessing. So yeah, pretty much what we have is we just have an error message. We log all errors that we get. And currently we just send them into the database. I want to also send them into Discord as well. Where is that? Yeah, this handle server error stuff. We can handle here to send the update into Discord, or potentially we can just have a slash command that understands, send us all the errors, maybe. Um, I might just go with that if we get a new error, it informs us, but there's a chance it'll go down, so we won't really care too much. Which is what I think I'll go with. It shouldn't be too difficult to do. Either that or actually I just go through some bug fixes. Let's go through bug fixes actually. So ranking up does not invalidate name. Okay. So rank up probably happens in the faction file. Oh, we don't actually have hooks on here. Interesting. On rank change. Because it's not actually a rank up, it is only a change. To do rank up, I would need to do a bit more. But anyway, yeah, so on rank change, on character join, is this the correct? Yeah, and we just call invalidate name. But given this is just part of core, um, I will just call invalidate name from inside of here. I probably should add a hook for it. Oh, this calls that rank internally. That makes sense. Okay. And then we can just set it there. So this is actually only for if the rank changes. So we could easily do rank up actually. That's not a too large concern. Because we can get the rank ID and then we can compare between the differences. And then go through all of them, do on rank up or on demote, or probably on promote, on demote, I think would work. Yeah, there you go. It's a demote. Oh, it's a promote. It's there in the code. Okay. To invalidate name. Okay, awesome. So that is that one should be fixed. I will join the thing. Let me actually drag it out and bring it onto the screen just so people can see the errors stuff. It's quite bland. Actually, language system has been worked on. I think it's actually mostly done. Yeah, okay, that's just seriously, that's from. Oh god, I forget how long it takes me at times to work on some of these issues. Uh, yeah. So adding permissions to a user group does not recalculate permissions for a person. Yes. Okay. Uh, no, it's under permissions. Yeah, these just force an. What do I do? Is it just recalculate permission on a player? Okay. It can't be. No. No, it is user group. Sorry. Yeah, this code needs a bit of a rewrite. So add permission, and then when we recalculate at the end of here, is that a function? No. Get ID from name. There we go. There we go, actually. So we can recalculate the permissions that way. Okay. Let's then test that. Uh, Permissions, superadmin. Let's remove Lua wrong. Let's update permissions. And then Lua underscore Lua underscore run print entity1 has permission. Which one did I remove? It was Lua.run. Lua.run. And I shouldn't have this anywhere else. It is null. Okay. If I now apply it, update permission. and run. It is now true. Awesome. So that also worked. There, I don't know. Wrong screen. That's why. There we go. I should just have the Trello on a third screen. Okay, so this was done. That was not difficult at all. Oh yeah, I was thinking of adding errors just into this tab here. If it's just a new error that we get, but I think that's going to be a bit of a pain. It's definitely doable. Undo, delete, failing. Yeah, play leaving doesn't appear for everyone. You use subside. Yes. Yeah, so this is a PVS issue. So I think we can use a game event. Because we have reason. And game event can be on server side. So actually if I do a client side. Yeah, there you go. It says this is more reliable. So let's do this client side. And then just not accept it for if it's a disconnect in the chat box. This is actually gonna be difficult. I don't know what this is gonna be. Because there's many places it could be. I'm gonna hope that it is normal and somewhere in here. It's not appearing now. There we go. Here it is. If type doesn't equal chat, then we add, so it's chat text. That is the name of the function we want to look for. But yeah, so here we just add in the stuff. So yeah, unused variable Steam money. Yeah, and then we've got all these comments which are annoying. So same as bot. That's fine. So okay, so I should be able to spawn them in with a bot command. Do I have a bot? I don't. I don't have a bot command. Interesting. Kick bot. Kicked by admin. And that's not the. That is not the default method, I don't think. Yeah, no. So I don't think bots left that message anyway. When they left. So let's go to chat text. Join leave. Then so I mean I could implement my own join leave as well. I don't know how I can tell the difference between join leave, but I could just add the own thing here. I just joined the server. There we go. So if I do a bot, the game does not see it. Yes, the game does not see it, but yeah, no, the game just didn't see that. But my console did. Did I see? Am I seeing something in here? Yeah, that's fine. Well, join leave console. Zero name text. Bot is joined. Join leave. Okay. So why is player connect? Play connect doesn't see the bots connecting. Okay. That needs to be updated to be Gary. Oh, there's actually one which you can do now. Okay, interesting. Sorry, I just went down a very. Yeah. Okay. This doesn't seem to help. Connect to client. Okay. This might not be super useful. Um. Okay, there we go. So now if I have a bot join. Yeah, there we go. Not too sure the stimulator for the chat command here needs to be listed. Um. Yeah. Okay. One thing I do need to actually do is add the ability to copy text from here. Without the stuff that needs to happen at another time. Okay, so that's not fixed. We should now get them for the things outside of our PVS. Kick. Pop. There you go. Yeah, so the name of the player is going to be wrong. I do wonder if I can, if we could, I mean, if we do it server side, we could probably figure out quite quickly, who they were. Because you have the issue that the disconnect hook that exists doesn't have the disconnect reason server side, so which is why you can't use it. But I suppose we could use it to prepare the character information that they are connecting on. I mean, I kind of want to add in their playtime when they join. So kind of like someone has joined, they have 23 hours, 3 minutes, and 58 seconds playtime. As a kind of useful way to indicate, okay, this person's probably experienced. I don't actually need to worry about training them, for example. Because that seems to be something that's quite like can be quite annoying when you see a name in chat. It's like, can you remember if they've been on before? Okay. I mean, let's just trim all the training spaces on that, and then that, and Steam ID. So used that. I probably should not remove them and use them. Yeah, because this is actually a language phrase. So I probably should keep them. Okay. What is something I can do now? Did I move that on Trello yet? No, I don't think I did. We here. This appears to be fixed. Okay, items that are equipped should have a visual option to see it. Sure. I mean, containers need a mini rework in how they work. No, I think it's under. They're a slightly weird one because they're technically core, so inventory items are here. Yeah, so we have a poster or model function on the item. I don't remember. How do items work again? Uh, so I mean, could I somehow render the square if it's equipped? I don't remember what render options exist. I suppose actually I will need to see the code. I mean, this code needs to be rewritten quite a bit. So item. Where do we build items? We make items here. No. Inventory item knows its item. It knows its own item. And then it is given it. Okay. And then inventory item. So could I mount a function to it? Looks like it actually. So I could say that when we make the item, we can do item dot inventory Buguri panel built and then we can call it from itself, and then we can inject our own HUD painting code inside of this aspect here. That works. But this might need to have a little tweaking done for when containers as a whole get rewritten. So now if I go to... Though this is also a function, not a... So let's also do a hook.run. Inventory item panel .build inventory item. Okay, yep. So now if I go to something like equipable containers, no, this opens, so it's actually something equipable. Okay, so panel item. So this would only be if it was equipped as the thing was made, which doesn't necessarily work. So do we add a property of equipable? We have an actions equip. I think I might add a property of equipable though. Because other things will have that as well. But if I give it an equipable property, and then if item has... I think it has property. Yeah, item has property and not weapon, but... Yeah, it does this paint thing which isn't quite right. Red has actually told me about a really nice function. Oh, he's actually shown me. A really nice function that exists for painting over hooks, equipable. It does some do click random thing. No, no, no. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? No, no. What? Oh, I see what it's trying to do. Then panel, then local old paint is equal to panel dot. I think it's paint over. Yes. This isn't quite what I wanted. What I wanted to do was just draw a rectangle at the bottom. Okay. That did not work. Okay. Let's just print hi. I mean, I haven't saved this file actually. There you go, that worked. So actually I can probably get it to match the color. If I bring it down, that isn't equitable. Um, the mining laser doesn't seem to count itself as equipable. Um, is that because it's a different base and doesn't have the right property? Probably. Yeah, this one here only has weapon. It doesn't have equipable on it. It's had the equipable property. Then unequip, re-equip. Yeah, there we go. So now if I unequip, it's now red. I probably should offset it so it's. Well, I suppose that's the issue with it being paint over. Um, is that it's going to be drawn behind any item border. We probably should have a function to able to be drawn. Well, we do actually, I suppose. But yeah, there we go. We now have a symbol to show a color, if it's equipped or not. Nice. It's incredibly basic, but we now have that. Okay, I don't really. Why am I putting this in fixed? I suppose they are fixed problems, but they might really ought to be in fixed worlds. Okay. Um. Yeah. Nice. Undo, delete, failing on admin menu. Oh. Okay. It really needs to clean up my desktop. Okay. Slash menu. So, have I got a deleted character? Is one of these deleted? No. Yeah, it is also just feels wrong. Let's. I think one of the. I think this guy's broken anyway. So let's delete him. The undo delete doesn't appear to be broken. Though I do think we should have a pop-up that sort of asks, "Are you sure?" So I'm not. I'm just going to archive and delete because if that's like that, then network server to client record triggers, sync map based ends and allow the map to decide for them. Think event maps. No, instancing should run. I mean, potentially we could just go with we can set blacklist for the render system actually. But I don't think that should be the case. I think we should just allow a map entity to decide. And actually, I learned something quite interesting that post cleanup exists in Shed. So it's a server and a client hook. So we can use it to client side to sort of tell the renderer, stop hiding for a bit, wait until you basically we can suppress the no draw recalculation phase. And just tell it to at some point recalculate in the future once we've got the data from the server. So actually, I think I'll do that now because I've been putting that off. And it's not too difficult to do. I don't know exactly at the moment. How the I need to look at maps to see how the entity indexes fill in. Um, because I want to know if they end up sequential or if they're on their own. I would assume that they are sequential, but I'm not 100% certain on that. Okay, so where is the rendering? Is that happening in here? Oh, that's just fixing TFI. Do you find callbacks? Orderings doesn't work well. What's your panel? Oh, it's size to actual children. Yeah, I don't know if that's actually needed. I found a way around it. In Star Extra. Yeah, there you go, render system. Yeah, so we ignore CSS. So if client, then if not has map IDs, then return end. I should probably start separating this a bit more. There you go. And not has map IDs, then return end. Fine, stop complaining. Okay, I can spell end. Okay, so the reason we do this is just so that we can say that if this doesn't exist, then it's not our problem. And then this will be a table with either a mins, a max, or just an index. I don't know. I need to get a list of how map IDs work. I'll just quickly ask in the support channel. Okay. Yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting for that to happen, but I guess what I can do is um, let's just start with getting the two files in here now. Render. And then from here we just have our net.receive. Not no.reasons. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we just making another table, that's fine. and then we just resend map IDs. We send map IDs here. That is fine. I can probably local it at the top of the... No, I don't want to break it with a lower refresh. So it probably should be further, but that's fine. Then we just need to get map IDs. Oh yeah, and this one will also use map IDs. Server side as well. So then if greater equal I mean, the easier option would just be building up a cache of them, but this is what I've gone with. So yeah, we can use init post entity server side to send the data over, and then we'll probably use the validated function, the one for when networking the stable. I think it's player fully loaded or something, or player loaded. I don't remember what it's called. Well, what was that? Uh, yeah, there you go, player loaded. It's a custom hook. So why is this unhappy? Because I am missing a bracket. Okay, there we go. So we just have this code. One needs to. These both need to recalculate the map IDs in the first place and then network them. But yeah, I don't know whether to trust the IDs are going to be sequential. I mean, what I can do is know what I'm gonna do. Oh no, I've dragged this over. Yeah, no, let's keep it over there. And that's just, oh god, that's annoying. That has just broken it all. Uh, yeah. Okay, that's annoying. Okay, so I guess for now I will just run my lower code here, and then we'll just print out. I'll just use a term.simple. Term.simple, 1 second. Just so it gets delayed a bit. I think it's fine. I think init post entity hooks get called in modules. If I remember correctly, I don't think it's a single tech. And then what do I want here? And the reason we can't use the creation ID because it doesn't exist client side is also the reason we've done. I'm having to do the index. And why have I done it like that? There you go. Let me store the index. Okay. $170. Yep. Yeah, because I forgot to boot that. Ooh, 103. Why is this private? What? Why did the stream just end up private? Okay, and now we're having a 103. 103. Yeah, map IDs. Yeah. 103. Attempt to compare nil with a number. Oh, it's 1 and 2, not. Yeah, see, this is printing, but let's just do 10 seconds after load. So I'm currently just working on small random things. IDs are not sequential. Oh, is that counting entity 0, maybe? Yeah, so min ID can't, and min and index doesn't equal 0 because world doesn't count. World shouldn't be allowed to count. But yeah, so currently I'm trying to fix a bug in a custom rendering system. So basically I'm breaking. Yeah, so I do have some little tutorials that I'm working on. I just have the issue that I'm very sporadic at working on them. So I've got the first video done, and I'm working on the second one. But I'm not quite happy with the visuals for the second one yet. So still working on that. Uh, but the tutorials will probably end up on a different channel, as I want this one to kind of remain me streaming code or me just showing off concepts for my server. And I would prefer to have the tutorials on a separate channel, but I'll probably make a video on this channel when I do actually publish, or maybe a community post. I don't know. I haven't set it up yet, but it will probably just be like Starlight's tutorials or something stupid. And index doesn't equal 0. Um, so this needs to be in a for loop. Okay, let's see. Entity IDs are not sequential. Fuck. Okay. Yes, we need to use IDs then. Okay. Yep. So as you can just see from here, map IDs are not sequential. So so I will be okay, this just messed up. So I now need to fix the code up here then. So it's now going to be if the int index is an index, then we continue out. Um, so yeah, we should just network them when we have map IDs. Map IDs made here. Build map IDs. We don't need min ID or max ID. We just need to see if it's an entity, and then we just add it in. Cool. Cool. And then to test this, I can go on pretty much almost any workshop map. Okay, so file loaded, we just use the load IDs. For init post entity, we need to build the map IDs. And for this one, we also need to build the map IDs. And then map IDs needs to move above. Okay. Cool. That should now function. Oh. Map ID. Map ID. Did I misspell it? I misspelled it. Okay. Cool. No map IDs is with a capital S. Ugh. Stupid variable name. Okay. How many scriptors do we have? Yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Okay, cool. Let's run a refresh. What maps do I have in the collection? I don't know. I don't think I have extensive. Because I know extensive is one that had the issue. I might actually have expensive in the server files actually. I think it's that one. Yeah. I do not. Okay. I don't really want to open up Steve on stream to get it. Wait, does the ROE? The ROE server might. Let's quickly track that over onto the other screen. Under render is in a source space, so I could test it on her. Yes, I do have Venator extensive. Okay. Change level RP underscore Venator underscore extensive. I don't remember the version of how extensive works. Venator extensive V underscore V1 underscore 4. Venator, I cannot spell extensive, that's why. Extend. There we go. Okay. Yeah, so ROE is one of my other projects that I'm working on. It's just the code name for basically Clone Wars, but it's also probably fairly advanced, far away from being done. So okay, that appears to be working. I mean, it kind of worked the moment you couldn't see everything in the map. So, and if I do a map cleanup, I don't actually know what happens if I do a map cleanup while you're moving. So I probably won't do that quite yet. But yeah, this seems to be working. So I can actually now start working on a few other things, which will be nice. This is taking. This is probably going to take ages, isn't it? Um, yes. Where's the admin room on here? It's here, isn't it? Is this slow or is this highest? I don't know. Let's unequip this gun. Why can't I press E on it? Well, this just moved me over here. Um, didn't really want to move there. Yeah, okay, I'm just gonna wait. That's what I'll do. I'll just wait. We're not that far off. Okay, we're almost there now. So slow. But I don't know why I'm waiting actually, because we know it works. But I guess I really want to make sure. There we go. Cool then. Okay. So that is now done. We are now able to render that one. So that can now be. I can also actually just close that server. Now, yep. So this one is now done. So there may still be some more issues with. Oh, I didn't try clean up the map. That's what I was waiting on. My game freezes. Because I shut the server down, didn't clean up the map. Okay, yeah, I mean it should be fine. If it's not, then well, we'll find it very quickly through testing. So, okay, it is now 5:23. What are the other issues? They don't. Yeah, there's none other on here. So let's go to the JvS one. Bugs and issues. Character creation closed menu. Yep, character creation faction page no longer exists. Holocrons do not inform you when you get holocron. Vendors need higher buy value than sell, but can't sell. Can't set to sell only. Vendors can't be removed or deleted. Lightsaber Shadow is still present. Faction rates are broken. Sound system in raiding system is broken. Raid exit point doesn't tell you why you can't end a raid. Okay. That's quite a lot of issues. I can probably do the raid exit point right now. Cool. So I don't actually know where raid exit points exist now. I mean, the raid system as a whole does want to rewrite because I want to implement it a bit more with PES. That might be why I didn't fix this. Existed on that side. Okay, so when I press E, if I don't get Boolean return balls, yeah, I can literally just do ACL. I think that is right, but I might need to put in self. I don't remember. Just sends to itself. Okay. Because wait, no, can leave doesn't have a boolean on it. Interesting. I did not know that. Am I returning? Oh no, I don't even have a reason. Ah, interesting. I should implement that. Okay. So boolean reason. And then also not local because I do now need to start implementing these into all of the reason checks. I mean, there's ways around it, technically. I could probably cheat and, like, force a meta on it or something. And then my reason should be just, you can't leave a raid while in combat. True. Because of reason. This is incredibly hacky. But works. So, I'm doing it. Okay. Yeah, that works for now. It's not great, but it works. So, waypoint doesn't tell you. Cool. Does not tell you a reason. 3 minutes. Do any of these look really simple? Holocrons do not inform you when you get a holocron. That seems quite simple. Hmm. I can see why now. Well, I could just go with add holocron. I was probably wanting to implement it with a hook. Um, but for now, cool. There you go. So that should now work. I think I can just target directly on to the player like that. No, onto the character like that. So let's put that into testing, and let's do that one. Okay. It is now 1 minute to 5:30, but 5:30 was the time I was going to leave. So, yep. I'll end it here.